It's your boy, the Vegan Trainer here once again, and today I want to talk about what the health. Now, if you're anything like me, you saw the movie What the Health, and you went crazy. You started dumping stuff out of your refrigerator, out of your cabinets, you cleaned everything out. If you weren't vegan already, you decided to go vegan at that moment. Now, me personally, I want to weigh in on this simply because, one, I am the vegan trainer, and I'm here to train everyone how to go vegan or how to be a better vegan. So with that being said, I am going to weigh in on some of the things in What the Health and kind of let you know what my opinion is, my educated opinion, is on each one of the topics that I wanted to touch on. And I want to let you know how you should approach transitioning into the vegan lifestyle after watching this movie. So let's get started.
Diabetes is not and never was caused by eating a high carbohydrate diet, and it's not caused by eating sugar. The cause of diabetes is a diet that builds up the amount of fat into the blood. I'm talking about a typical meat-based, animal-based diet. You can look into the muscle cells of the human body and you find that they're building up tiny particles of fat that's causing insulin resistance. What that means is the sugar that is naturally from the foods that you're eating can't get into the cells where it belongs. It builds up in the blood, and that's diabetes.
Now, that was well put. I do, for the most part, agree with what he was saying. Now, of course, a lot of you know that I've been trained by many doctors, Dr. Sebi, Dr. Africa, Dr. Sethi, a lot of doctors who are really prestigious in this field. I've learned and sat at the foot of these guys to learn a lot of things from them. And I pretty much would say I agree with what we just saw. However, when it comes to diabetes, I don't think that it's just fat that's getting into the arteries. And a lot of times I'll talk about this, we call it liquid manure or poop that hasn't been digested in the digestive system or hasn't passed through the digestive system. So a lot of us are eating foods, especially my meat eating folks. We're eating foods that are highly processed, high in fat, high in sugar, processed sugar, and the body can't break these foods down at a normal rate. So they get in the digestive system, they sit there for I don't know how long, and then now we got a lot of buildup happening. Now, of course, it's not just going to sit in the digestive system. A lot of this poop, or what should be poop leaving the body, a lot of this poop is going to get into the bloodstream, and now it's going to circulate throughout the body. So not only is the fat building up like the man talked about, but also you have poop building up in your system, okay? Now, I usually credit, a lot of times, I credit the smelly armpits and the smelly feet. I credit this to a lot of the waste that runs through the bloodstream and the lymphatic system. So when we're dumping things out by way of the lymphatic system, you're gonna smell if you have poop or liquid poop inside of your blood. So I do agree with what the man was saying. I don't think carbs cause a huge amount of, or huge cases of diabetes. I really think it's the liquid poop, the liquid manure, and the buildup of fat inside of the arteries, not allowing, the essential minerals, nutrients to get to the organs that need to be. I definitely agree with this one. Totally approve.
This idea that carbs make you fat is utterly ridiculous. Carbs cannot make you fat in and of themselves. We have storage in our muscles and in our liver for carbs called glycogen. So when we eat carbs, we either store it or we burn it. Now, eat fat, that goes straight to your fat. Your body can't turn those carbs into fat unless you're really overdoing the calories.
Now this one, I'm a little, 50-50 about, simply because I'm taking an approach of a trainer, a nutrition coach, somebody who wants to get super lean, somebody who wants to get aesthetically sound, if you will. Now, this man is more so right than wrong. However, I like to take another approach to it. So he mentioned the fact that carbohydrates can't be stored as fat or aren't stored as fat. I disagree with that. Simply because muscle glycogen, yes, is piled up when we eat carbohydrates. However, we have something we call fat spillover by way of carbohydrates. Once the muscle glycogen is full, guess what happens? You get a spillover of carbohydrates, or what we call stored glucose. Now, he mentioned that. However, he tried to separate the buildup of fat. And that's where I'm coming from. Now, The fat spillover means basically the muscle glycogen has been full and now the body's starting to store the carbohydrates for later. So basically saying the carbohydrates in the body, they kind of talk and they go, oh, carbohydrates, we run off of these. All right. Now, you just gave me too much carbohydrates because you aren't using this much carbohydrate. So I'm going to hold on to some for later. Now, I'm going to hold on to some for later, meaning I'm just going to store them as fat. Now, if you never tap into this fat and you keep feeding me more fuel by way of carbohydrates, then I'm just going to continue to store more energy for later. Because one day you're going to tap into what I'm holding on to. If not, I'll just hold on to it right here, okay? And maybe right here and wherever else. Carbohydrates, i.e. glucose, is stored by the body, can be stored by the body, and be made into fat. He's pretty much right. He just forgot that little part, okay? I don't want to say that he's wrong. He is a doctor. He is somebody that has been educated on this topic. However, I have as well. So I don't want to also, debate. I just want to kind of add those little things in there. So let's go to the next clip.
I found actually some studies, that a 74-week study found that low-fat vegan diet versus the ADA plan in type 2
I
diabetes.
think we're done here. I'm not gonna get into an argument about.
Oh no, I was just wanting the studies of if this is true or if it shows that. Or
Any diet works. Any diet works if people follow it.
But if it's a diet that's not the proper diet, like if anyone follows a diet that they eat
I
McDonald's,
can't tell you what a proper diet is. I can tell you what an improper diet is.
who do we talk to about diet?
You can talk to anybody you want.
But that's interesting though. Why not recommend a diet?
Because the data don't exist to support
But if
it.
we see data that we looked up that supports it with, like, the NIH, in Europe, the European
We're done.
Woo, they put my man on the hot seat. Now, this man was put on the hot seat and could not handle it, okay? He even started talking improperly because he was trying to be proper, doctor-like at first, and he just went off the rail. That don't exist. This man is totally incorrect. This doctor or whoever this man is talking to, and I say that because I don't know if he even knows what he's talking about. So I can't, as an educated person, I can't call him a doctor because he doesn't know what he's talking about. For one, he says any diet will work if you follow it. Really? Now, what this says to me is the simple fact that I can put you on a Twinkie diet, I can put you on an ice cream diet, I can put you on a McDonald's diet, and it will work as long as you follow it. I think that's bullshit, first of all. I think he's just saying that to escape or bail out. I think he's trying to get out of the whole conversation. Then my man comes up and says, I don't know what a proper diet is because the research doesn't exist. But I can tell you what an improper diet is. He's buck dancing. That's what we call it. He's trying to get around the questions. He doesn't know what he's talking about, so he's trying to get out of the questions. And if you watch the whole video or you watch that whole thing, you see that the man got up and he's like, I'm done with this. I am not talking to you anymore. First of all, because I can't answer the questions that you're asking. Second of all, because I don't really know what the hell's going on in this whole, system that we have. He doesn't know. Or maybe he does, but he can't say what he really knows because somebody's either paying him to keep his mouth closed or he just simply is in the dark, okay? People are keeping him in the dark, and either way it goes, I think it's wrong. Yes, I am biased. I will say that a vegan diet is one of the most and probably the best diet on the planet for all humans, simply because they contain the carbon, fruits, vegetables. It contains the high minerals. It contains the enzymes. It contains all of the things that we need as humans, okay? Carbon, all of the minerals, they're all together, okay? It's not denatured. I think this guy's wrong. I think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's simply put in the seat to be a dummy, okay? So this man reminds me of the movie Dick and Jane when they put Dick in the seat just to look like the face of the company, which basically made him look like an a-hole. The bottom line is, What the Health is a great movie. It is a great tool to use if you're trying to convert someone into veganism, or if you want to know why you should be vegan. Why is everybody doing this? What is the big hype about? That is a great movie to watch if you have some of those questions. Simply put, I would say there's 3 big things you need to know when trying to transition over to a vegan lifestyle after watching this movie. Number 1, you should definitely take your time. Do not go cold turkey with the vegan diet. Why? Because this is not going to last. Some kind of craving is going to come up. Something's going to happen because you went cold turkey. You cannot give everything up at once, especially if you've been eating a diet for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and now you're just going to give it up in one day. It will not last. Trust me. I've been there. I suggest taking it one day at a time, or taking it one thing at a time. Give up pork and red meat. That's what I did. Number 2, I gave up fish, chicken, and eggs. That was my next thing. Anything that was poultry, considered to be yard bird, whatever you want to call it, I gave it up. So at that point, I was only eating dairy. Okay, that was my hard thing to get rid of, dairy. So things like cheese. I didn't really like milk, but yogurt. Those 2, they kind of stuck with me for a while. Now I'm getting into about year 2 of being what I would consider pescatarian, because I was only eating, or really vegetarian, because I was only eating dairy. And then I decided, after a year and a half of that, I decided no more dairy. I'm done. It's making me sick. I feel it. I don't feel as good. And I finally gave it up. Then I became vegan. But even in that moment, while being vegan, I didn't go raw vegan. I didn't go crazy. I still ate soy. I still ate certain things. And then I cut out soy. And then I started to cut out other things one by one. Don't give up everything at once, because it won't last, okay? It definitely takes some kind of know-how and experience to get rid of things so that it lasts. Now, my number 2 suggestion. I definitely suggest you find someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, someone you heard of on social media. I don't care who it is. Find someone who knows about the vegan lifestyle and that you can hire for them to teach you whatever it is. I don't care what. If you want to lose weight on a vegan diet, they can teach you. If you want to learn some good recipes and how to cook and how to eat on a vegan diet, they should be able to teach you that. If you want to learn how to, improve internal health, be the best vegan you can be, hire somebody. I don't care who it is, but find a family member or something who you can hire. Don't look for it to be free, because it won't last. I tried to do the free route when I first went vegan, and I kept playing with myself. I kept, going here and there, and it didn't last. I've always found that paying someone, it makes me pay attention. The more you pay, the more you pay attention. And I need to pay attention to my health. So find somebody who you want to pay attention to and pay them so you pay attention. Number 3, I definitely suggest that you start your way down into the fitness world. Now, some of you are already there, I get it. But most of you have either been, lollygagging on the side, or you're not that used to fitness. The reason why I suggest getting into fitness is because if you watch What the Health and you're now trying to go vegan, you care about your health, you care about your well-being, you want to live a long time, or maybe you want just a healthy lifestyle. And I suggest fitness combined with veganism, simply because one without the other does not work at its maximum capacity. So if you work out but you eat a crap diet, stop working out, because you're wasting your time. If you go vegan without working out, you're simply doing one without the other. So you're still kind of like half there. So the body needs to move every day. We were created to walk, run, jump, climb, do certain things. So when the body doesn't do what it was made to do, we got problems, okay? We got issues that are going to come about. So we have to get moving, in addition to going vegan or getting more into the vegan lifestyle, plant-based vegan lifestyle. If you follow those 3 steps slowly, I promise you, you will feel better, your health will improve, Your skin will improve, your hair, your nails. You will get more energy. You will be stronger. You will have better sex. You will smell better. All of these things come with a perfect, well, I don't only want to say perfect, but with a well-rounded lifestyle. So take your time with this journey, have fun with it, and be sure to make it look good so that when you're doing it, you can pull your family in, your friends in. They'll see you and say, dang, they looking good. What are they doing? They're vegan, they're working out, they're drinking a lot of water, so their skin looks good, their hair looks good, the nails are growing, they're thick, strong. Everything is hitting on all levels. Now they want to join the movement. Work on yourself first, and then we'll get the family over next. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button below. If you also like the content in this channel, be sure to subscribe if you have not already. I will be dropping loads and loads of more videos here each week, just so that we can continue to grow the veganism journey with each one teaching one. Okay, that's what it's about. Each one teach one. I want you to know that you too have the right to eat yourself to death or to life. And until next time, I want to say peace and blessings to the family. I'm out.